Hi, this is Krista at The Secret Yarnery. Welcome to Crochet Podcast, episode 150. Today is another special summer edition. We are unpacking a stack. And if you are new to the channel or don't remember Stack in the Back, you're in for a treat. Grab a sip and get comfy and let's unpack a stack. And now it's time for Stack in the Back. Let's get that stack. Starting with the good old party cardi. I think this was the second sweater, the second wearable, like sweater sleeve wearable that I made. It's really easy to do. I used some funny yarn from Ice Yarns. That's why I called it party cardi. See all that crazy yarn in there? And I put some eyelash with it, mixed in with it for the cuffs. It's really, really cute. I put a little hood on it. It's a fun little sweater. But I am working on another one, the Party Cardi 2.0, but then someone had such a great name for it. I wrote it down, but now I can't remember it. If you remember what that great name was, it was like Party Cardi and then like Casual Cardi or something like that. And it was really good. So this is Party Cardi. It was Party Cardi 2.0, but now it's gonna be that great name. I wrote it down. Where is it? I will be telling you the name of it when I work on that pattern. So this is super, super cute. Really easy to do. Easy for beginners. It's just basically a granny square. So once you've figured out a granny square, you can easily follow along the tutorial and make yourself a sweater. No problem at all. It is so easy. Next, who remembers this beauty? Name that blanket. This is the Speedy Granny Ruth baby blanket in Cakes DK. Look at that yarn, isn't that great? So there's no color controlling or anything like that. I just crocheted over and over with a 5mm hook. Isn't that so pretty? So this is Speedy Granny Ruth baby blanket. So there's no tassels along the ends. So that is the pattern. If you want to make a Speedy Granny Ruth without tassels, this is the pattern to go to. You don't have to make it baby blanket size. It is just a really fast stitch with no holes. There's no holes in it. And it goes really fast and you don't have to have the tassels. So that is a Speedy Granny Ruth baby blanket. Oh, I love you. This could be on my bed. This is a Speedy Granny Ruth bedspread. I made this with Savor. Yep, just with Savor. Look at the tassels. Aren't those luscious? They're so great. So this is a written pattern and tutorial. It is a gorgeous blanket. So this drapes across your bed on both sides with nice big fat tassels. So no ends to sew in, super fast. Oh, hello, phone. Really fast to work up, really fun, very substantial, like you really feel like you have a blanket. I love that one. So that's Speedy Granny Ruth, tutorial and pattern. I love it. Like one of my favorite blankets for sure. Oh, so cute. Now this, anybody know the name of this? Do you remember the name of this one? This is the Cakes and Candles baby blanket. So it's super nice and lacy. And the good thing about this pattern, other than one of my children cut it, do you see that? I know. That's why I usually don't unfold it. I'm gonna fold it back up. I should stitch that, I know. But it still hurts my feelings. It makes me a little bit We call it in Kenya, we call it Carly, but it means like crabby. It makes me not feel nice when I see it. So I'm gonna fold that one right back up. But really great pattern. It works in a square, so you just go around and around. When you run out of yarn, your blanket is the right size, right? And you can just end on one of the cakes row. That's this nice little scalloped edge. You don't have to do anything else. So that's the good thing about that. It works in a square and you don't need a border. It already has a border. You just stop on that row. This beauty. I love you. Now what I love about this one is the yarn. I love you, yarn. This is pure cotton 100. The white cotton on the ends. Oh, it is like, it's like baby butter. Like not even grown-up butter, it's baby butter. And it's 100% cotton. It is gorgeous. Like every time you go past this blanket, you have to be like, squeeze it, squeeze it. It's like little baby cheeks. You just want to be like, oh, you're so cute. I love it. So this is the diamond trellis blanket. I did film it, but then, no, I didn't film it. When I didn't notice, what did I do to myself? Karen's gonna remember. I burned myself quite badly. Right there. Can you see that lovely little scar? Okay, so I burned myself. It was like a blistery burn. It was a bad one. So I wasn't resting my hands on my filming table. I was kind of trying to like rest down here so this wasn't touching. And then what ended up happening is I was like crocheting the whole pattern like down here at the end, well, down here at the edge of the frame. So you can't really see what I'm doing. So I was like, I tried to like fix it and zoom in and stretch it and pull it up. No, you can't see what I'm doing. So yes, I filmed it. Yes, I threw out the footage. But this is the diamond trellis stitch made into a gorgeous baby blanket with Mona Lisa yarn from Ice Yarns. And pure cotton 100 for the border. Isn't that gorgeous? So if you want me to do another tutorial for this, let me know because it is actually a gorgeous blanket. It's like really pretty, especially for spring, right? See those stitches? Really pretty. So it's a 3 or 4 row repeat. Not necessarily for beginners. Oh, and I love the border. Check that out. I hope I wrote it down. I'm pretty sure I did. Because I'm like telling you what I did. I don't know what it is. Like geometric lace border. I love it. Anyway, if you want this to be a tutorial in the future, it would be nice for spring. Let me know in the comments because I feel really bad that I filmed it so badly that I couldn't share it with you. Last but not least, now this blanket, I love it. It's one of my favorites. I hide it from you because I'm waiting for Ice Yarns to bring back the yarn. I've waited 5 years. 5 years. I've emailed them, I've asked them. I got an explanation of their yarn machines are like booked 5 months in advance kind of thing, and it would just take so long to like put it in the queue for getting everything done. But this is Magic Bulky. If I said that wrong, I'll put it on the screen. But this is Magic Bulky from Ice Yarns. See all those colors in there? It is a size 5 weight yarn. And you don't do anything. It's the fastest blanket. It's a little cute V-stitch. And look how great it is. Those colors are everything. And also it was before Ice Yarns, like before us crocheters took over Ice Yarns. So they were kind of more catering to like knitters who made socks and stuff like that. So the thinner yarns, and they were like, nobody's gonna use like this size 5 chunky acrylic yarn. And I'm like, I will yarn bomb my house in this gorgeous size 5 chunky yarn. So it's Magic Bulky. And if you want to send them an email asking for Magic Bulky, yes, please. We all want Magic Bulky. Everybody wants Magic Bulky. So that concludes Stack in the Back. the stack. You're gonna love this one. Hold on. There we go. Top of the stack. This is my spiral in a granny in a spiral. I can never get it right. My granny in a spiral baby blanket. I guess this is about 1 meter by 1 meter. And you just work around. So using 2 different skeins of yarn, you work around in a spiral. So when you get to the end of one round, you just kind of switch yarns and get to the end in a second round. So for this, I used I used Savor and Picasso. In a perfect world, I would have had Favorite and Picasso, just because a Favorite is a lot thinner than Savor, but I didn't have it. So this little gorgeous blanket is a tutorial and written pattern, and it is really fun to do with a variegated yarn and a solid color yarn, because you don't have to step up or join or do a chain or turn or anything. You just keep working around until your yarn is finished, and then you attach a new ball of yarn and you keep working around. So it is very therapeutic. It works up in a square-ish, pretty much a square. So that is Granny in a spiral with Savor and Picasso, but of course I suggest using Favorite or even Softly Baby, and Picasso would be dreamy. You know which one it is. This is the Tammy sweater. Now, it's called the Tammy sweater because of our dear friend Tammy Lethbridge, who lost her battle with breast cancer, very sadly. She was a subscriber of the channel and is a lovely, lovely lady. And her favorite color was pink, and she wanted to make a pink sweater, so I made a pink sweater for her. But let me show you this one. I used Ambient from Ice Yarns for this. It is a nice yarn, but you could use anything. It's similar to Lion Brand Landscapes or Red Heart Unforgettable. It's not, it's more like the Landscapes, to be honest with you. But it's really nice yarn, and it's just double crochet, made to measure your body size. So if you, and you don't have to do the slopey sleeves if you don't want to. I made big sleeves in case whatever I'm wearing, I don't have to like pull my sleeve down with me. My shirt is just gonna fit right inside there. But you can also join it higher on the side of the sweater and go straight across. It has a nice ribbing. That took me forever to figure out, like 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Anyway, I got it figured out. So nice ribbing on the cuffs and on the collar, and it's just made to measure. So you just make a starting chain from like your hip or your butt cheek or wherever you want your sweater. And this dress, I forget even what pattern it is from, but it is so sweet. And it's really good in the winter because it is a very hot dress. So it's good if you want to wear a dress in the winter because you'll be warm. You will be warm for sure. I think this is a Bob Wilson 123 or Crochet with Claire pattern. I don't remember. Well, I'm pretty sure it's her pattern, but I don't know which pattern it is of hers. But I love Claire. I love you, Claire. How do I do it? Zelda, tell me how to do it. Is that how you do it? I don't know. Anyway, love you. Oh, this is Mile a Minute chair back cover. So cute. I made it for the back of that rocking chair right there. Maybe I'll put that on for next week. So it just goes along the back of the chair, and then this hangs over the edge of the rocking chair, and then when it rocks, you get your little berries doing a little shaking. That's cute, right? So it's Mile a Minute. Another tail. I did sew man's on that too, but that is the thing. If you have blunt tip needles, your ends can still wiggle out. I'm a firm believer in sharp tip needles. So for this pattern, I just used different strange yarns I had on my shelf that I liked, but they were like all different. So they're all a different yarn and all a different texture. I don't even know what they are. They're all discontinued by now, I'm sure. Except maybe that orange eyelash. And I think that mini ladder is still around, but the rest are all discontinued. Oh no, this is Rockstar. That Rockstar is still around, but the rest are not. But really cute, and you just kind of like a way of mixing up your yarns into making something that you could use in any room of your house. So I just picked a bunch of colors that I thought matched the environment where my rocking chair was and put them all together, mile a minute. Oh, the good old Candy Cradle. Who remembers Candy Cradle? Love Candy Cradle. So Candy Cradle is a candy in a cradle, or a candy in a cradle. It's a 2-row repeat with a gorgeous border. So this is in Puzzle Baby. So this yarn does all these stripes by itself. I hope you can see. All those stripes, you just keep using the yarn and it does it by itself. All those great colors. It is a size 2 weight yarn, but I still used a 5mm crochet hook. And let me show you from back there. Isn't that pretty? So I love this blanket. It's really thin, but it's also like so nice and soft. So this is Puzzle Baby from Ice Yarns. Oops, made a big mess of my stack. Of course I did. So this pattern is also a pattern and tutorial on the channel. 2-row repeat, not hard to do, and you can totally do it. It's very beginner friendly. How pretty is that? Just gorgeous, right? I love it. So that is Candy Cradle Baby Blanket. And now another item I've been hiding. Now this is a blanket in gorgeous yarn. I don't know the name of it. It's discontinued. It was like one of those clearancey sale yarns. I think it was called Bunny something from Ice Yarns. It is so dreamy. My daughter loves this yarn like a million times. So I kind of made the blanket for her, but I'm waiting for her to be a bit older and get past her little cutting phase. But let me show you this gorgeous blanket. I should do this too. Oh, look at the pattern. This is, oh, I was gonna do it for Easter. Well, now I can't do it for Easter because I don't have more yarn. I could do it in another yarn for Easter. Look at this stitch. Doesn't it look like Easter eggs? I just see Easter eggs. I love it. I don't know if you can see all the colors. It is much more vibrant than it is looking in the camera right now. It is gorgeous. And I did a cute little border. I don't know what I did. I had a little border around the edge. Okay, let me show you from behind. Tell me if we should do this as a tutorial for Easter. Maybe we should. It's lacy and fun. It doesn't have to be like for a baby blanket, because I know people are like, it has holes in it, it's bad for a baby. I get it. But you could also just drape it on the edge of your sofa, like as a grown up. I love it. Okay, hold on. Ooh, it's big. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So this is folded in half. So pretty. So the yarn is one strand of like regular yarn, I don't know what kind, and one strand of color changing eyelash. So you have to crochet with 2 strands at a time. It's all wrapped up in the same ball of yarn, but you kind of have to keep track of both of those strands. And then that is, it was gonna be my Easter blanket of some sort. Anyway, let me know if you think we should do that stitch pattern. I don't know what yarn I could use it in. Do you have any ideas? A yarn suggestion, let me know in the comments down below. I don't want to use a total fuzzy yarn because you won't be able to see my stitches. Oh, I do have that Karen Simply Soft. Do I? What's it called? Karen Simply Soft stripes in Times Square. Do you think that would be cute for that blanket? Little Easter eggs? It's a possibility. Anyway, let me know down below. Oh no, I gotta put away the stack. Oh. Okay, well, this one's gonna stay on top because that one's so great. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go put it all back. What was your favorite from this stack? Yep, we're gonna go get a stack in the back. It is third shelf down on the left. Are you ready? Let's go get that stack. Look at that stack. Can you recognize anything in there? This is gonna be a good one. This is the Cakes and Candles one ball shawl. So this is one ball of Magic Light. That is at Ice Yarns. It is a thin yarn, but it says a one ball shawl, so it's as much as you could make with one skein of yarn. Perfect for like wearing underneath a jacket or something, just to like keep your neck a little bit warm. But it's also super lacy and light and thin. Really, really pretty. So this is tutorial and written pattern. Love those colors, right? And there is a pattern also to make it into a full square to make a baby blanket. It's really cute. So that is Cakes and Candles one ball shawl. The Dirty Granny. Who doesn't love a dirty granny? This is Magic Glitz. Oh my gosh, the glory. The glory of this yarn and this stitch. Let me get it untangled here. There we go. Now look at all those gorgeous color changes. Now this yarn does it all by itself. It's like my favorite yarn. I keep it stocked over there. I have at least 16. It might be 12. Hold on. It's 11. I have 11 balls, and I have 8 balls of the same yarn without the glitz. So with the glitz, it's called Magic Glitz. Without the glitz, it's called Magic Light. Exact same yarn. One has that metallic lurex strip along with the yarn, and the other does not. Both colorway, it's just gorgeous. It's a gorgeous yarn to work with. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So it's everything. It's a variegated yarn that you must have. It's a must have. This beauty, who doesn't love it? So this is also with Magic Glitz. I'm on a Magic Glitz kick, or I was. Do you remember the name of this beauty? This is the Aurora Dawn shawl with dragon teeth border. Look at that border. Look at that yarn. It's also with Cotton Baby 100. Now it would be pure cotton 100. But back then I think it was Cotton Baby. And they were in 50-gram balls. But now you would use Magic Glitz. So I made, it's a mile a minute stripes in Magic Glitz, joined in a peach baby cotton. You see that? Really pretty. Look at that gorgeousness. So it's a nice light. Is that too bright again? Yep. Look at all those gorgeous colors. So some stripes are with the cotton and joined together with Magic Glitz. And then the next one over is opposite. So Magic Glitz for the center and cotton for the outside. And then that gorgeous border. Isn't it fabulous? I love it. It's my favorite shawl for sure. Especially because it's like light, because the cotton's not, it's like a light cotton. But it also feels like you're wearing something beautiful. Oh, I gotta turn on my lights now. So this is a winner for sure. Must, must, must. If you haven't made one, you have to. I love it. This pattern is a win. It's a solid, solid win. This is Ancona. Now this is nothing. This is a shawl a scarf. Oh, I even finished it off almost. I ran out of yarn. I was gonna film it and then I'm like, how are y'all gonna see those stitches? You can't see the stitches, but that's the beauty of it. Look, you can't see those stitches. And it smells gorgeous. It has some real wool in there, those chunky little bits. Isn't that just great? So this is the same pattern I used to make the bulky scarf, bulky yarn scarf. It's on the channel. I will link it. This is just so great. So you can do this pattern with any sort of chunky, crazy yarn you have. You just work into the spaces like a really, really big V-stitch. Works out so great. So this is big enough for me to wear, but I didn't make it into a pattern or anything like that. And I guess I could actually even just sew in my two tails and give up on tutorialing it because the yarn, I'm sure, is long gone. But isn't that like just spectacular? Ever seen amazing yarn like that? Oh, it's so good. So love that. Look how good it is. I should wear that in the winter. That was Ancona from Ice Yarns. So here's a little party cardie. Now I made this for Tanea, I think, my daughter. So it's a baby party cardie. I think it's even with Karen Simply Soft. Or is it Red Heart? No, it was Red Heart something. But she's not that size. I made it like to go to her width, but I forgot that, you know, she's shapely. So it's never been worn, and I'm not frogging it because I think I already sewed in my ends, and it's just too cute. So I guess I did make children's clothing right there. I made it wrong, but I made it. This, I don't know what I'm doing with it. This was gonna be a pattern. Maybe it is a pattern, I don't know. I was doing a different collar. Ooh, I like it though. I was doing a different collar on, you know, the regular granny square sweater concept, but I wanted a collar like a proper collar. Let me show it to you. Oh, that's kind of cute. And then it has just like a nice flat collar that stops. I think it was, I changed it a bunch of times because I wanted it to stop where like at the bottom of the sweater. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to like wear that in a mirror and see if I'm still working on it or not. I don't even know if I have the yarn. I probably don't even have the yarn. I could improvise. So, I don't know, I forget what, I don't know. I haven't worn it. I haven't even seen it in so long. So I guess that's a good thing to do, stack in the back. I'm gonna leave this out even so I can like see what I'm doing with it. That's a thing. That's an object right there. This gorgeous one, I think this is the same stitch I want to do for my Easter egg blanket, but made into a gorgeous shawl, wrap, scarf. It is all the yarn that comes in a pack. And it's big enough to be a bit of a wrap and a bit of a scarf. Gorgeous, right? But now there's no more yarn. So I don't know what I'm doing with it. I love it, but it's not finished and there's no more yarn. So it's just sitting there. Pretty, right? It's a nice yarn. I don't even know what it was from Ice Yarns. If you know or remember what yarn this was, let us all know in the comments under the video. Please. That's really nice yarn. Oh, this is a little Christmas table runner. I did not crochet this, but it's definitely crochet. It's thread crochet. And it is a big table runner. I'd like to actually do that. Maybe I should do this one in like a thicker yarn. That'd be pretty cute. How does she sew in the ends of that white thread? Good Lord. Look at the back. It's so detailed. I don't even know who made this. I got it at a secondhand store for like $1. I couldn't let it stay there. So it just goes into my cherished crochet. I don't know who made it, but I know that's a lot of work and that's a lot of stitches. So that's part of our holiday cheer. And the last of the stack in the back is my granny square bag that is lined. So it's lined all the way. It does not stretch in the least. It does not stretch. So little granny squares for the edge, like a little messenger bag. Little granny squares along the edge, joined in metallic because why not? And then a big granny square in the front and a big granny square at the back. So if you want to do this, it's already a written pattern and tutorial on the channel. Super cute, lined the whole way, including little pockets on the inside for your phone or whatever you want to keep inside your bag. So that is a little cute project. And that's it for Stack in the Back. What was your favorite piece from Stack in the Back? Well, I gotta put it away. But I'm gonna leave out that pink sweater. I'm gonna put the rest away. So pretty, right? I gotta go get one of those stacks. It's the one right beside the one we did last week. Let me go grab that stack. Look at that stack. So great. Starting at the top. Now this still has stitch markers in it. I do not know. I have to look at it. Hold on. Well, it looks like the Sunday Granny. Ooh, it feels like the Sunday Granny with a 7mm hook. So this was back in the day. I'm sure you could tell. I just wanted something for Scarella to be all cash. But then I thought it's also a really great pattern. It'll make such a pretty scarf. So I did the Sunday Granny stitch lengthwise. I think I might have to make it longer, to be honest. This is kind of, well, it's not bad for a scarf. I think I usually like my scarves a little bit longer, but I do really like the stitch and I do really like the yarn. But am I gonna finish it? No. I should get my stitch markers out of that. Oh, but then I can count how many oh, that's how I do it. So you leave your stitch markers in because then you can count how many chains you did. So I'd have to count between two of these, how many that is. And then each stitch marker represents that much. So they're probably like 20. Is it? Or 10? I don't know, I'd have to figure it out. But that's why I guess I leave my stitch markers in, so then the next time you go to do it, or you write the pattern or something, you know how many you did. You know how many chains you started with. So that was my little Ukrainian scarf. This beauty, this is the same as the Ancona scarf I showed you last week. This is the same stitch, but you can see the stitches a little bit better in this big fuzzy yarn. But isn't that like just the best stitch for all of these big chunky yarns? You don't have to go into a stitch, you go into a space. Love it. This is a nice long scarf. See, this is, I think, how I like my scarf. So this is a nice long scarf. This is bulky, something bulky. I don't remember the name of it, but it's a really nice yarn. I used the whole pack, so 400 grams, to make this gorgeous scarf. Matches anything, right? All those colors in there. Really pretty. Oh, my good old infinity scarf for beginners. This is how all of my students started crocheting. The good thing about it you just work in a spiral around and around and around and around and around and around, doing double crochet until you can just do double crochet. It's 3 balls of yarn, so it takes them about a week to get through these 3 balls of yarn. You could use any colors, of course, and then it's like a double wrap infinity scarf. So big loop around your head and a little figure 8 action around your head again. And you got yourself a cute little cowl with all your colors in it. So you can pick your 3 colors from your wardrobe, or 2 colors plus your accent or your neutral, your black, your navy, your gray, or 3 shades of gray would be spectacular. And then look how cozy you are. Matches my shirt, I'm just saying. But isn't that cute one? So cute and so simple. Plus, it doesn't even look like you're a beginner. And if you mess up your stitches, ain't nobody gonna see that. It's all crunched together. It's perfect. So this is super easy infinity scarf for beginners, written pattern and a video tutorial. I love it. This is actually, this isn't even one of the first ones I did. This one I did just for filming with those colors. My first one I did was in 3 shades of blue. Really pretty. I wore it a lot even. Now we're into sweaters. Here is the good old Tammy. This is my first Tammy. This is my Tammy in Magic Batik. Bulky Batik. Batik Bulky. Something. What I didn't like about it, I wore it for about a week before it started doing all that pilling. You see all that pilling in there? I'm like, what? Like, you see that? Yeah, the neighbors can see that. You don't even have to like be nearby. Probably see that from Tanzania. Anyway, I really like, it's really hot. I better go show you quick. So this is my super functional sweater. The first one I did. I love it. I wear it because it's already pilled anyway. It's not like it can get wrecked any more than it is. Look at that. Right? Shame, shame. But love it. Worked up really quick because it's like it was a size 5 yarn. Worked really quick. And this pattern, you work it to your body. So you start your chain like down where you want your sweater to stop or start, and then you just make your chain all the way to the same part of your body on the back side. That's your measurement. You can make it as long or as short as you like, and then you just keep going until it fits from underneath your arm to the center of your body. And then miss a row, keep going on the other side, boom, done. Join it together, put sleeves. It's so quick and easy. So that is the Tammy sweater in Magic Bulky? No, Batik. We want Magic Bulky, don't we? That is in Batik Bulky. I'm gonna stick with that. I'm sure it's out of stock. This is the Party Cardi. So we have a whole series of sweaters here today. So this one is my Party Cardi. It matches my outfit again. I'm just nailing it today. It's amazing. Look at this. So this is a cute little hoodie. It's a granny square hexy design. Boom. With a little hood. Now you can use the hood. Now I have a hair tie in there, so don't be thinking, it has to go over that thing. But it has a little hood collar, so you can kind of just like lay flat and be real cute. So I love this one. I did it I put a little strand of eyelash with the same yarn for the cuff and the collar around the edges of the sweater, I guess. And I used some funny yarn from Ice Yarns. That's what we call it, party, because you have to be going to a party to pull off a yarn like that. But I do really like it. The pattern is great. It's like everything you need with a hexy sweater figured out. So it's super easy to do, but I am upgrading this pattern currently. It's in one of my whip baskets to make like a modern one without the hood, without the trim, like a little more sensible version to wear when you're not going to a party. And then this is my Tammy sweater. This is the Tammy sweater from the tutorial. This is made with ambient yarn. So this is a size 4 worsted. You can do your sleeves any which way. You don't have to do them like a bat sleeve or a dolman sleeve. You can join farther and just kind of do them straight across. I personally kind of like the big sleeves so you don't have to like hold your shirt sleeve when you're putting your sweater on. Your shirt just has tons of space in there. So this is the same as the bulky one, but I filmed this one. That's the problem. When you make something that's great and you don't film it, gotta make another one. So this is my take 2 on the Tammy sweater. And the ribbing on the edge, isn't that like just great? It's so cool. Also a warm one. This is not for 27 degrees Celsius. This is the other way around. This for the cold weather, but really nice. Look at those cute little sleeves. I made mine super dolman. So that is my other Tammy sweater. So what was your favorite today from Stack in the Back? Let me know in the comments under this video while I go put this away. Oh. That was a good stack, right? So I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Let me know your favorites or which ones you want a tutorial for in the comments under this video, and stay hooked.